excited to see what you saw, and I'm excited to see if what I saw is the same thing you saw. What did you guys see?
Well, she basically is talking about the different efforts and focus that you can have is going to produce that results. And she did it by explaining which fisher was doing it and which one was the most successful. So it is a very valuable lesson for large groups of people. You know.
Nice, I like that. Yeah.
I think the thing that stuck out most to me was never quit
Okay.
and be consistent.
Cool. Anybody else?
I feel like I got out of it, like, you know, the sister that wasn't, you know, doing things in the right aspect was getting the smaller piece of the, you know, of the smaller fish. And if you're doing things more consistently in the right aspect, then you're gonna get better results.
Nice.
From the 30,000-foot level, and we talked about her father, how that his practices in business he also used in fishing and probably in a lot of other areas of life. And each of the three kids had a different style. And if you look at the life of each one, for your dad, he had a successful business because he practiced that. If you take the three children, look at where they're at now, could the same results in fishing be parallel to the results in life and productivity?
Interesting. In some ways, yeah. In some ways.
Nice. Nice. Anyone else?
I saw that she put all three of them together. She talked about personalities. She talked about how the dad had his boss system where he networked, he did his marketing, he did the job. The fact that natural laws, she had to mention about 20 of them. So she basically put the boss system to use.
Anybody want to guess what I'm thinking?
No.
No, Mark, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I love being around my grandsons because they have so much energy and they get so excited. We don't have the time, but maybe next month we'll like. How many guys in the room would like to know the secret to making the women in your life happy? Can I see your hands? And ladies, how many ladies in the room would like the guys in your life to know the secret to making you happy? Can I see your hands? Yeah, that was a test. So, like, I see a whole different world. Like, it's like I go back when I was in grade school and I saw the microscope, and underneath the microscope I see the water, and I'm like, oh, that is so cool. Like, and ooh, I'm drinking that. It's like excitement. And so this is what I see. I'm like, I get it, I understand. I know how to help Emily make $1 million. I know how to help her to be a millionaire. I know how to help everybody else around her be a millionaire. I understand all of this because the biggest challenge that Tom had as the CEO of the largest, you know, real estate franchise in the world is that nobody listens to the leader. Like, nobody does. They just don't. They just don't. I don't know why, but they just don't. Just kind of like parents. Kids don't listen. Why don't they listen? I don't know. But they don't. So what they need is they need somebody coming in from outside. And so what Emily can do is in minutes, she can go in front of a group of people and she can share that story. And at the very end of that story, focus and consistency, she will feed in from those leaders that what the leaders say. Here are the two most important things that you need to stay focused on, and this is what you need to be consistent. And she will be able to do for those leaders in minutes what they haven't been able to do in years. And when you help big companies make a lot of money, guess what? You make a lot of money. It's really that simple. It's not complicated at all. But if we don't have a business operating system, guess what? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Melissa, you can come up and join me. Let's give Melissa. Melissa is number 3 of our 7, and so she is 24, and she lives out in Nashville, and so thanks for coming to this today. You spoke a few months ago on the topic of 3 feet from goal. Okay, Melissa is, you know, oops, sorry. So she's a double expressive. Okay, with a double driver as a secondary. Okay.
We're gonna have fun getting this
And
done.
I am her father. And I have survived for 24 years. And she has helped me to become the man that I am today. And how are you doing on the 3 feet from goal?
Slowly, but working towards it.
Okay. Okay. Any, we're in Q&A time. And so how are you doing? Would you have, any questions for the group on how you could be more consistent, be more disciplined? Any questions you have for the group?
So I'm not sure how many of you are actually expressives or drivers or anything like that, but what I have been doing is getting so excited about something and having like all the motivation in the world to do it, and then all of a sudden I lose it and move on to the next thing and get bored really easily. And so if any of you have any advice on that, guarantee I've got every single amount of advice from him and being like, oh, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And so far, I've actually, I wanted to be a veterinarian, I wanted to be a lawyer, I wanted to be, at this current point in time, I want to be a flight attendant. See how long that lasts. So currently, I actually, about 11 months ago, I moved out to Nashville, was bored of Chicago and very frustrated with the snow. So I decided to move, and in 6 months is when my lease ends, and so I have to make a decision of moving somewhere else. My options are Pennsylvania or back to Chicago. My sister lives out in Pennsylvania with her 2 boys, and there are 2 flight attendant jobs that I could choose from, either O'Hare or Philly. So that is a very big dilemma in my life right now, simply because of the fact that I have to decide which direction to go and why I want to do it. Being an expressive, most of the time I'm just like, oh, it'll be fun because I can do this, or I can go somewhere else and I can start over. But being a driver, I also know that there are consequences to a lot of those things. Moving out to Nashville, I still only have 1 friend after a year of being there. I have 1 friend and my brother. So it's been difficult, but learning that there's a certain, just like the 3 feet from gold principle, it's simply from the fact that I am capable of finding that. I just have to keep searching. I did find a very well job. I work as a shift manager at Aldi, the grocery store, and I have made very high up there in this 7 months that I've been there. And I don't think there's ever been a job in my life that has taught me more. That job is the most frustrating job. It's almost as frustrating as being my father's daughter. And I promise you I mean that.
Do not feed the monster.
That's the thing, is all of you agree, because as soon as you know that I'm up here talking to him and I'm here from Nashville, you guys can tell there's that tension, there's that when my father and I walk into a room together, everybody knows it. There's not like oh, they're in the corner over there. Everybody knows we're here.
So does anyone have any advice for Melissa? Input.
You only gave yourself 2 choices. Oops.
Yeah.
You only gave yourself 2 choices.
Okay.
That's also true.
Okay, good.
I just said Chicago and Philadelphia are both cold, so.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So
Good.
the cold might not have really been the reason.
No, there were several reasons to it. It was the timing of it. When I moved, it was in the middle of a blizzard, And so I did.
Okay, anybody else have any input? Yes.
So you've only made one friend in Nashville?
Yes.
Are you gonna have another issue making friends in Philly?
Yes.
Okay, good question. Other questions, other thoughts? Input? Okay, none of
What, you're questioning whether or not being a flight attendant will be where you'll end up. At what point will you focus on one thing and stick with it?
That's a great question.
All right, so we have 3 minutes left, okay? We have 3 minutes left, and so what questions do you have for us?
Just in general.
Anything from today? You see how you take something from today and apply it to your biggest challenge? Yes.
So I'm like a little bit of all of those shapes and things.
Yes, but primarily here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, you're
I see,
yes.
Emily said that creates a lot of inner conflict. Is there any way to change that to be more specific in certain areas, or am I always going to be like that?
I am here, okay? And I can stand on stage, okay, with here, and I can create more drama than she does.